Hey guys, it is about 8:30 on Sunday and I'm cooking dinner. Yeah, because I haven't eaten yet. Now, remember your body has no idea what time it is, so it's not to say that eating after 6 o'clock is a factor because I am going to be up for a couple more hours. So it's just doing some work stuff and took the dog out for a walk, and the next thing you know I was like, oh my god, it's 8:30 and I'm hungry. So I want to show you a very quick, easy dinner that you can do when you are short on time, short on patience, but you're still hungry and you want to eat something healthy. Here we go. All right, so I started off just pulling all of the veggies that I still had in the fridge. Haha, I really don't feel like doing this. So I have some yellow bell pepper and green bell pepper from pizza that I made the other day, mushrooms from the pizza. Broccoli is in there. I have some cauliflower that's gonna get tossed in, as well as some onion and garlic. I have this homemade seasoning blend here that is a ranch blend, so I'm going to toss that in with the oil. I have my oven. That's getting preheated to 425 to make this process so much faster. And then I have some scrumps, aka shrimp, that's going to be roasted as well. And I'm thinking I probably should have put a couple more, but I'll probably just cut it in half. I mean, it's just me. And of course, my sous chef Smiley Cakes is there, supervising, make sure that I do everything right. All right, so this is a very impromptu video. There was no plans on doing this today. It was just kind of as I was cooking, I was like, hey, I should record this since, it's a very last minute meal. So this is not going to be as fancy as before. I'm seasoning with some pink Himalayan. And like I said before, I have a homemade ranch seasoning blend. And I am being very generous, very, very generous, because who wants bland food? I don't want bland food. Mixing in olive oil, regular olive oil, not extra virgin, because this will be under some pretty high heat. And you don't want to have extra virgin olive oil under very high heat because it actually has a very low smoke point. You should only use extra virgin for salad dressings. All right, so I'm flipping here. This one-hand filming thing is, very interesting. But making sure that it's enough olive oil to coat the veggies, but not so much to where it's ridiculous. Because even though olive oil is good for you, remember it's still 120 calories per tablespoon. Let's see. Yep, there you go. See that right there? 120 calories, so you don't want to go crazy. All right, so I have, oven has been preheated. Let's see, Smiley Cakes is gonna get, his name is Smiles. I just love calling him Smiley Cakes. And he's getting a little bit of the broccoli stalk. Believe it or not, broccoli stalk is really good for dogs. And I swear, my dog eats more veggies than most people, as you see. He loves it. Don't you love that, Smiles? That is just pure joy right there, people. Pure joy. Okay, so I actually like to put my cookie sheet in the oven ahead of time, just so that when the veggies go on there, they'll sear a little. I meant to put that in there while preheating, but decided to film for y'all instead, so I forgot. So, but you still hear sizzle. Dump the veggies on there, spread them out. Okay, spread them out. I probably should have done this as a live. Oh well, we live and learn. We live and learn. All right, so put a little bit more seasoning. There's no salt in this ranch dressing seasoning, so that's why I love that I can be as generous as I want to be with this. Sorry, I'm looking down. I don't really do well looking through the phone. Yay! And the rest of the seasoning will go on my shrimp. So now that that is spread out on the cookie sheet, going in the 425, pop that baby in there. This is going to happen for about 15 minutes because I want to have a good char. 15 minutes, yay! And yeah, I'll be back with part 2 or 3. All right, so I don't want you to feel like you're missing anything. So all I did here was peel the shrimp. They were already deveined. Yay, got these in a huge bag from Sprouts. They were on sale last week, frozen shrimp. So that always helps me out in a crunch. I'm gonna add just a very, very little bit of olive oil to that. And, wow, I wish the lighting was a tad bit better. Oh, that's where I need to be. Of course, I'm standing like in the center of my kitchen, so that ain't gonna happen. That could be helpful. And more of this ranch seasoning. Remember, there's no salt in here. I'll actually list what's in it because I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. But I don't know. It's going for a different kind of flavor. Swish that up. And maybe instead of swishing, that's more scrunching. But again, I want this to be really well seasoned. I don't put salt on shrimp typically because it already has a good amount of salt in it, or sodium. So I just usually leave that. And plus I put some salt on the vegetables, so that'll kind of be a done and done. All right, so I'm just waiting for the veggies to continue. They have about 10 minutes left. I'll keep you updated. All right, I have about 5 minutes left on the veggies, but I just wanted to flip them so that they get a nice caramelization or char on both sides. Okay. So far, y'all have been with me pretty much throughout the whole thing, so this hasn't taken too long. This has been kind of like a hurry up and wait type of deal. There we go. Lighting's not spectacular, but yep, so flipping them, putting them back in the oven. All right, folks, so timer just went off, and this is what the veggies look like. They are still sizzling. That high heat is the business. So it got the veggies nice and ready in just as little as 15 minutes. Probably could have gone 10. What I'm doing now is just randomly in the space that's available, adding in the seasoned, wow, that was a tongue twister. The seasoned shrimp. What? All right, so I'm just kind of putting this in here. Again, I just want to show you guys that this can be quick. I didn't even prep for this. This was a very, actually I was going to go out to dinner with a friend, and then we were both just like, okay, we just need to like cook at home. And I haven't made this particular recipe blend before with the ranch seasoning, but I love the whole sheet pan meals because it's very fast and they're pretty tasty. You can always sub the shrimp for chicken. You can use tofu, whatever you like. I often use salmon as well. So got the shrimp laid out. This will only be another 5 minutes. And remember, this is mostly hands off, which is fabulous because I'm doing other stuff in between. All right, catch you in 5. All right, folks, and it's done. Took me a little bit longer than the 5 minutes because I get really freaked out with shrimp. Like sometimes it doesn't look like it's done, so I had to reach for the trusty internal thermometer there, and it should be at 120. It was, so that is a success. Why can't I talk today? Anyhow, wanted to show you what the finished effect was. And yeah, so right now it's about 9:05, so that took a little bit longer than 30 minutes. Actual cook time was about 30 minutes. Like I said, it took me a bit to look up what the internal temperature should be. So that is all. This is going to be very raw. I'm not going to edit much. I'm just going to paste all of these videos together. But the whole point was to show you how in just about 30 minutes you can have a healthy, delicious dish. And you could easily put a potato. I like to stick with single ingredient starches, so things like a potato or rice to go along with this, but I went ham on some Brewsters yesterday and some other sweet treats, as well as had a very random grilled cheese today for lunch. So I'm keeping dinner very much protein veggies. it's fine that I'm eating at 9 because I probably won't go to bed until around 11. You want to at least have 2 hours after your last meal before going to bed. That is it, folks. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you've tried a dish similar to this and how it turned out for you. Again, I'll leave the ranch dressing or the ranch seasoning recipe at the very bottom. Have a great weekend and see you later.